Oh my God. Wait, it's true that you're named after like County
Yes,
or
County Kerry in Ireland, yes.
Do you have ancestors?
Pretty obvious, right? That I would be named after a county in Ireland.
Do you hail from? Do you have ancestors?
Yes, my
mom's
family is Jamaican, but she's traced the roots back to like Scottish, Irish pirates who landed in the Caribbean. Kind of amazing.
That's so hot.
Yeah. Arr, arr.
Now, La Roche, your extraordinary image architect.
Yes.
He is.
Yes.
He works with Zendaya, he works with you. You guys decided to put on that iconic Whitney Houston dress.
Yeah, all his idea, truly. I was getting this award for excellence in the arts, but it was from a Black organization, and I thought, if we're talking about Black excellence tonight, then that's the moment to pull out the Whitney Houston dress.
So, is it true that Whitney's not your only style icon, that also you sported an iconic hairdo at one point?
What?
And yeah, we have a photo.
Didn't we all have the Rachel? Didn't we all have the Rachel? The funniest thing is that picture's actually from, we did a production of Hamlet at school, at my high school, and I was playing Ophelia. So I was playing this like classic character from Shakespearean literature, but with the Rachel haircut. Like, that's what teenagers do.
And I didn't know this. You were a substitute teacher?
I was.
What was that like?
It was crazy. So I love teaching. It's in my blood. My mother was a teacher, and it was a great job to have when I was auditioning, because if they needed teachers, they would call me in the morning and say, like, can you come in for the day? If I had an audition, I'd say no, but you know, most of the time as an actor, you're just waiting for auditions. So a lot of times I would go and substitute teach, and I loved it so much that I actually had to instate a rule where I wouldn't go to the same school more than 3 days in a row, because I would just fall in love with the kids and I would lose sight of my dreams. You know, I would be like, I don't need to act. I can just devote my life to these kids, and I'd want to adopt them and take them home. And so I would only be at a school for 3 days, and then I would have to switch schools. And I actually, after I did Save the Last Dance, I didn't make enough money on that movie to survive. So I went back to teaching, and I got in trouble because when I would substitute teach in high schools, the kids would cut class to see Chanel from Save the Last Dance. So the principal called me and was like, you can only do elementary schools. You cannot do high schools anymore, because these kids all want to meet Chanel. It's not okay.
Oh my God.
So funny.
How weird when your like life intersects like that.
So weird.
No.
They were also like, how's she teaching high school? Isn't she in high school? I was like, nope.
I mean, you're a teacher, you come from teachers, you know, you're a highly intelligent person.
You're very kind.
And smart and talented, and you produce, and you're just...
I could say all of those things about you, right?
Oh, well, thank
all the
you.
same things. That's why I like you so much. You remind me of who I want to be.
Well, I'm really excited because it just got announced that you are going to write a memoir. And like, it's not going to, like, you're in it.
Process.
Yeah,
I'm waist deep,
you're committed.
like final edits. Like they're trying to pull it from me, and I'm like, I need to do more work.
Okay, what is that like?
Okay, I cannot tell you how many times because I think growing up, your memoir may have been the first memoir I ever read, right?
Little Girl Lost?
Yeah. So I read that as a teenager. I think it was my first memoir. And I have thought so many times writing this, like, how did you do that at such a young age? I feel like this is the thing that has required the most creative courage from me than anything else I've ever done. And I'm just in awe that you were able to share yourself that generously so long ago.
Is there an area that's challenging you and making you the most nervous or vulnerable or tentative about writing? And if so, what is that?
Oh gosh, it's so hard because I'm in the midst of it, but I will say I definitely started writing it because I was trying to make sense of my life. I think after the years of playing Olivia Pope, I realized she was so important to me, and she was my everything, and in some ways I realized I've spent my life being these other people, and I think I need to spend a little bit of time working on understanding me.
That's so much of the journey I've been on. I'm going to be hanging on this, every word of this book. When's it coming out?
In the fall.
Well, it can't happen soon enough.
Thank you.
We have to go to break, and then Kerry is going to take us behind the scenes of her most famous films and shows.